Welcome to the Wealth Beyond Debt Show. I'm your host, Billy, and alongside me is Jalal. Today's topic is how to pay off credit card debt fast, an 11-step guide with free tools. And today we are diving into something that I think touches almost every household in America in some way, credit card debt. And I want to start by painting a picture that a lot of people are going to recognize immediately. It is the end of the month. You open your credit card statement, your stomach drops, you made your payment, you did what you were supposed to do, and yet the balance barely moved. The interest consumed almost everything you paid. That feeling of being stuck, of working hard and going nowhere, that is one of the most demoralizing financial experiences a person can have. And here is the thing, millions of people are in exactly that situation right now. The average American household carries thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and most of them feel trapped in a cycle they do not know how to break. But here is the truth that nobody puts on the front of a credit card agreement. The system is designed to keep you paying, and once you understand how it works, you can work smarter than the system and actually win.
And that is exactly the conversation we are having today. This is not a show about complicated financial jargon or strategies that only work if you already have money. Everything we are going to walk through is practical, proven, and designed for real people living real lives, people with grocery bills and car payments and kids to feed. We have got the full picture today, how credit card debt actually works against you, the specific strategies to pay it off faster, how to find hidden money in your own budget, the mental side of staying motivated, real stories from real people who did it, and a complete step by step action plan at the end with free resources and phone numbers you can use today. So let's get into it from the very beginning.
So let's talk about what credit card debt actually is and why it behaves the way it does. Because understanding the mechanics is what changes everything. Credit card debt is simply money you borrowed from a credit card company and have not yet paid back. Every time you swipe and do not pay the full balance by your due date, you are borrowing money, and that borrowed money starts growing. Unlike a mortgage or car loan, credit card debt is unsecured. There is no house or car backing it up. Because the credit card company takes more risk, they charge significantly more interest. While a home loan might charge 6 or 7%, credit cards routinely charge 20, 25, even 30% annually. Here is a simple example that makes this really. You buy a couch for $1,000 on your credit card. You make only the minimum payment each month. By the time you finish paying it off, that couch may have actually cost you $1,800 or more. You are still sitting on the same couch, but you paid nearly double for it. That quiet, invisible doubling of cost is the power of credit card interest, and why understanding it is not optional if you want to take control of your finances.
And here is the part that surprises most people when they first hear it. Credit card interest does not just charge you once a month, it compounds daily. Every single day, the interest calculation is based not just on what you originally borrowed, but also on the interest that has already built up on top of that. Think of a snowball rolling downhill. At first, it is small and slow, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, gets bigger, and gains speed. Credit card interest works exactly like that snowball, except it is rolling uphill against you. To put a real number on this, if you have a $10,000 credit card balance at 20% APR and you only make minimum payments, you could spend over 20 years paying it off and pay more than $12,000 in interest alone. You would pay back more than double what you originally borrowed, just for the privilege of making minimum payments every month. The moment you truly understand that, the urgency to pay more than the minimum becomes undeniable, and we are going to talk about exactly how to do that.
Before we get into strategies, let's quickly touch on how debt affects your credit score because this matters for your entire financial future, not just your current cards. Your credit score is essentially a financial report card that banks, landlords, and even some employers use to judge your financial reliability. The biggest factor affecting it is something called credit utilization, the percentage of your available credit you are currently using. If your credit limit is $10,000 and your balance is $8,000, you are using 80% of your available credit. That signals to lenders that you may be financially stretched, which pulls your score down. Late payments hurt even more. A single missed payment can drop your score significantly and stay on your report for up to 7 years. But here is the positive flip side. Consistently paying on time and reducing your balance steadily will improve your score over time, which opens doors to lower interest rates, better loan terms, and greater financial opportunity across the board.
Alright, let's get into the strategies. And the very first one, before any method or tactic, is simply knowing exactly what you owe. This sounds obvious, but most people have only a vague sense of their total debt picture. So the first step is to sit down and make a clear, honest list of every credit card you have. The balance on each card, the interest rate, the minimum monthly payment, and the due date. A lot of people avoid doing this because it feels uncomfortable, but seeing the truth is actually empowering. Think of it like turning on the lights in a dark room. Yes, you might see some things you would rather not see, but you cannot clean a room in the dark. Once the lights are on, you know exactly what you are dealing with and where to start. And once you have that list, the next thing you need is a real monthly budget. A budget is not a punishment, it is a plan, and a plan is the difference between drifting and moving forward with purpose. Look at your monthly income, subtract your essential expenses, rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, transportation, and what remains is your disposable income. That is where your debt repayment power lives.
And when you actually track your spending for a full month, and I mean every dollar, most people are genuinely surprised by what they find. That streaming subscription you forgot about, the daily coffee run, the impulse online purchase at midnight. These small leaks add up to hundreds of dollars every month that could be going toward freedom from debt instead. A practical tip that makes a huge difference: treat your extra debt payment like a fixed bill. Do not wait to see what is left over at the end of the month. Decide the amount up front, set it up as an automatic payment, and build your spending around it. Now let's get into the actual payoff strategies, because this is where things get really powerful. Strategy number 1, pay more than the minimum, always. This is the single most important thing you can do. Even if you can only add an extra $25 or $50 per month above your minimum payment, do it. On a $5,000 balance at 22% APR, paying only the minimum might take you 15 years to pay off and cost over $7,000 in interest. Increasing your payment by just $100 per month could cut that timeline to under 4 years and save you thousands. Every extra dollar goes directly toward reducing your principal, which means less interest charged tomorrow. It creates a positive compounding effect that works in your favor instead of against you.
Now let's talk about the two main debt payoff strategies, the snowball method and the avalanche method. And these are genuinely different approaches with different strength. So understanding both helps you pick the one that actually fits who you are. The snowball method is perfect for people who need motivation and momentum to keep going. Here is how it works. List all your credit cards from smallest balance to largest. Pay the minimum on every card except the smallest one. On that smallest balance, throw every extra dollar you have. The moment that card is paid off, take everything you were paying on it and add it to the payment on the next smallest card. It really does work like a snowball rolling downhill, picking up size and speed as it goes. Each card you eliminate adds more payment power to the next one. The wins come faster, the momentum builds, and your motivation stays strong. There is a real story behind this method. A teacher named Sarah from Ohio used exactly this approach. She had 6 credit cards. Her smallest had a $400 balance. She paid it off in 2 months. That small win gave her the confidence and energy to tackle the next one. 3 years later, she was completely debt-free.
The avalanche method takes a different approach, and if you want to save the most money mathematically, this is your best tool. Instead of targeting the smallest balance first, you target the card with the highest interest rate. Make minimum payments on everything else, and throw all your extra money at the highest rate card. Once that one is gone, move to the next highest rate. This approach saves you the most in total interest paid, even if the psychological wins come more slowly at first. Think of it as putting out the biggest fire first. The highest interest card is the one burning your money the fastest. Eliminate it first, and every subsequent card costs you less. Many financial experts recommend the avalanche method for people who have strong discipline and can stay motivated even without quick early wins. If that sounds like you, this method will save you the most money over the life of your debt repayment. And if you are not sure which one fits you better, the honest answer is the best method is the one you will actually stick to. Consistency beats perfection every single time.
Let's talk about two more strategies that most people either do not know about or never actually try: debt consolidation and interest rate negotiation. Debt consolidation means combining multiple credit card balances into one single debt, ideally at a lower interest rate. One of the most powerful tools for this is a balance transfer card with a 0% introductory APR. If you qualify, you can move a high interest balance to a new card and pay zero interest for 12 to 21 months. Every single payment during that window goes entirely toward your principal. It is like getting a free runway to sprint toward debt freedom. The key rules are simple. Always check the balance transfer fee, which is typically 3 to 5% of the transferred amount. Commit to paying the full balance before the promotional period ends. And do not use the new card for new purchases. Treat it strictly as a payoff tool. Uh, a debt consolidation loan through a bank or credit union can also work well, especially if your credit score qualifies you for a meaningfully lower interest rate than your current card's charge. The goal in either case is the same: reduce the interest working against you so more of every payment goes toward actually eliminating the debt.
And then there is the strategy that most people never try, but that works far more often than they expect: simply calling your credit card company and asking for a lower interest rate. If you have been a customer for a while, make payments on time, and have decent credit, you have genuine bargaining power. Credit card companies would rather keep you as a customer at a slightly lower rate than lose you. A simple, confident call might sound like this: I have been a loyal customer for 3 years. I am working hard to pay off my balance, and I would like to request a reduction in my interest rate. Many people successfully negotiate a 2 to 5% reduction AC, which on a large balance translates into hundreds or thousands of dollars saved. The worst they can say is no, but you might be genuinely surprised by how often the answer is yes. If the first representative declines, ask to speak with the retention department. They have more authority to make exceptions and far more reason to keep you happy.
Let's talk about finding money you did not know you had, because cutting expenses and increasing income are both critical levers in this process. On the cutting side, let's get real about small daily expenses. A daily $5 coffee seems harmless, but $5 per day equals $150 per month, $1,800 per year. That money applied to your credit card debt instead could eliminate a significant balance in a single year. And this is not about depriving yourself of all pleasure. It is about making conscious, intentional choices. Maybe you make coffee at home 4 days a week and treat yourself on Fridays. That one simple change could free up $120 per month toward debt. Subscription services are another massive leak in most household budgets. Streaming platforms, gym memberships you already use, magazine subscriptions, delivery services, app subscriptions. Most people are paying for 3 to 5 services they barely use. Canceling or pausing even a few of these can free up $50 to $100 per month with almost no impact on your actual daily quality of life. That is money that could be eliminating your debt instead of quietly draining your account every month.
And on the income side, cutting expenses is powerful, but there is a limit to how much you can cut. Increasing income has no ceiling. Even a temporary side income can dramatically accelerate your debt payoff timeline. Freelance work, weekend gigs, selling unused items online, offering a skill or service in your neighborhood, these income streams can add hundreds of dollars per month that go directly toward your debt. Many people have paid off thousands in debt by dedicating just a few extra hours per week to additional income for a defined, focused period of time. And here is the mindset shift that makes this sustainable. Think of it as a temporary sprint, not a permanent lifestyle change. You are not signing up for this forever. You are working extra hard for 1 or 2 years to eliminate something that would otherwise follow you for a decade. The freedom you gain on the other side of that sprint lasts a lifetime. Define your sprint period, stay focused within it, and remind yourself constantly that the finish line is real and reachable.
Let's talk about the side of debt payoff that does not get nearly enough attention: the mental and emotional game, because the strategy part is actually the easy part. The hard part is staying motivated when progress feels slow, when life gets expensive, and when the finish line feels far away. The first thing that helps enormously is breaking the journey into small, specific milestones. Staring at a $20,000 debt total is overwhelming, but paying off a $1,200 card feels achievable. Some people use a visual chart on their refrigerator, a simple bar graph they fill in each month as their balance decreases. Others use apps that show progress graphically. Whatever keeps you visually connected to your progress keeps you emotionally connected to your goal. And when you hit a milestone, like paying off your first card or reaching a certain total balance reduction, celebrate, but celebrate in a way that does not add new debt or derail your budget. Cook a special dinner at home, watch your favorite movie, take a long walk somewhere beautiful. These small acknowledgments matter enormously for maintaining the mindset and energy to continue.
And the most powerful motivator of all is not a spreadsheet or an app. It is a deeply personal reason for wanting to be free of debt. Maybe you want to stop feeling anxious every time the phone rings with an unknown number. Maybe you want to take your family on a vacation without financing it. Maybe you want to save for a home, start a business, or simply sleep through the night without financial stress sitting on your chest at 2 in the morning. Whatever your reason is, find it, write it down, and put it somewhere you see every single day. On the hard days, when the budget feels tight and the progress feels invisible, that reason is what keeps you moving forward. It is the fuel that powers every extra payment, every skipped impulse purchase, every extra hour worked. Know your why deeply enough, and the how takes care of itself.
Let's talk about someone who did exactly this because real stories are more powerful than any strategy on a page. Maria worked as a nurse and accumulated $18,000 in credit card debt over several years of medical school expenses and living costs. She felt hopeless about it for years. She made her minimum payments every month, watched the balance barely budge, and carried that financial weight into every single day of her life. Then she sat down, turned the lights on, listed every card, and made a plan using the Avalanche method. She also picked up 2 extra shifts per month at work, dedicated entirely to debt repayment. She cut her streaming subscriptions, meal prepped instead of eating out, and called 2 of her credit card companies to negotiate lower rates. One of them agreed to drop her rate by 4%. That one phone call saved her hundreds of dollars in interest. In 27 months, Maria paid off every single dollar of her credit card debt. She cried the day she made her final payment, not just because the debt was gone, but because of who she had become in the process: disciplined, intentional, and fully in control of her financial life.
I was buried under $50,000 in credit card debt. How did I let it get that far? But with Debt Free Made Easy, I'm now completely debt free. Can you imagine that?
I used to stress about money every single day, thinking I'd never be free from my debts. But now, I'm living my dream life.
I was overwhelmed with a mortgage and personal loans totaling $200,000. I never thought I could regain control. Debt Free Made Easy made it happen.
I had over $100,000 in student loans. I thought I'd be paying them off forever, but now I'm free.
So join the thousands who have transformed their lives. Visit debtfreemadeeasy.com today and discover what's possible for you.
And her story is not exceptional. It is not the result of a windfall or a lucky break. It is the result of a clear plan, consistent execution, and an unwillingness to give up on herself. That story is available to anyone willing to commit to a plan and see it through. Every single strategy she used, the Avalanche method, the extra income, the expense cuts, the rate negotiation, is something any person listening to this episode can do starting today. The only difference between where you are now and where Maria ended up is time and decision. You make the decision today. Time does the rest.
All right, let's get into the full practical action plan, because everything we have covered conceptually needs to translate into specific actions you can take starting this week. Step 1. Get complete clarity on your debt. Sit down today and list every credit card you have. Write down the card name, the current balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment, and the due date. Do not estimate. Log into each account and get the exact numbers. Use a free tool like mint.com or the free budgeting features inside your bank's mobile app to organize everything in one place. You can also download a free debt tracking spreadsheet at vertex42.com. It is free, simple, and does the math for you automatically. Once you have the full picture, calculate your total debt, your total minimum monthly payments, and identify which card carries the highest interest rate. That clarity alone changes how you feel about the problem, because you are no longer fighting something invisible. But listen me very carefully now. Here is what I am going to tell you about a life-changing fintech tool which will show you exact date when you will get debt-free and a complete roadmap to pay off your all debts. Either it is credit cards, mortgage, student loan, auto loan. Believe me, this tool is amazing. You can find it on debtfreemadesimple.com, or you can also directly text on 200 3606 3555. Their representative will reach out to you within 12 to 24 hours.
Step 2. Build your monthly budget using real numbers. Track every dollar that came in and every dollar that went out last month. If you have not done this before, your bank or credit union's online portal usually has a spending summary broken down by category. Free budgeting apps like YNAB.com, which stands for You Need a Budget, or the free version at everydollar.com make this significantly easier. Once you can see your income versus your essential expenses, you will identify your disposable income, and within that, your debt repayment power. Step 3, choose your payoff strategy. If you need quick wins and emotional momentum, use the Snowball method and list your cards from smallest balance to largest. If you want to save the most money in total interest, use the Avalanche method and list your cards from highest interest rate to lowest. Either way, commit every extra dollar available beyond your minimums to the top card on your list. A free calculator at powerpay.org, developed by Utah State University, will show you exactly how long each method will take and how much interest you will save compared to minimum payments alone.
Step 4. Call your credit card companies and ask for a lower interest rate. Do this for every card, starting with the one you have held the longest or have the best payment history on. The call takes about 10 minutes. Simply say you are working on paying down your balance and you would like to request a rate reduction as a loyal customer. If the first person declines, ask to be transferred to the retention department. According to a creditcards.com survey, over 75% of people who asked for a lower rate received one, but most people never ask. Even a 2% reduction on a $6,000 balance saves you hundreds of dollars over your repayment period. Step 5. Explore balance transfer options if you have good credit. Visit nerdwallet.com or bankred.com and filter for balance transfer credit cards with 0% introductory APR periods. Some cards offer 15 to 21 months of zero interest, which is an incredibly powerful runway for accelerating payoff. Always check the transfer fee, typically 3 to 5%, and make sure you can realistically pay off the transfer balance within the promotional window. Set a calendar reminder 2 months before the promotional period ends, so you are never caught off guard.
Step 6. Find at least $100 to $200 in monthly savings to redirect toward debt. Go through every subscription service you pay for all, streaming platforms, gym memberships, delivery services, app subscriptions, and cancel or pause any you have not actively used in the past 30 days. Use Truebill.com or Rocket Money at rocketmoney.com, both of which scan your accounts for recurring charges and make cancellation simple. Review your grocery spending and try meal planning for 2 weeks. Most families reduce grocery costs by 15 to 25% simply by planning meals before shopping and reducing food waste. And review your phone, internet, and insurance plans. Calling to renegotiate or shop competitors often yields $30 to $80 in monthly savings with a single conversation. Every dollar you free up goes directly to your debt payoff and accelerates your timeline meaningfully.
Step 7. Build even a small emergency fund alongside your debt payoff. This might sound counterintuitive, but it is critical. Without any financial cushion, the first unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, an appliance failure, goes straight back onto your credit card, erasing weeks or months of progress. A starter emergency fund of $500 to $1,000 in a separate savings account breaks that cycle. Open a free high-yield savings account at ally.com, marcus.com, or Discover.com. All are FDIC insured and earn significantly more interest than traditional bank savings accounts. Set up an automatic transfer of even $25 per paycheck until you reach your starter goal, then redirect your full extra payment power back toward debt. Step 8. Pursue additional income for a defined period. Identify one realistic way to earn an extra $200 to $500 per month for the next 12 to 18 months. Freelance platforms like Upwork.com and Fiverr.com connect skilled people with paid work in writing, design, data entry, tutoring, and dozens of other categories. Facebook Marketplace and eBay.com are excellent for selling unused household items. Many people generate $500 to $1,000 from a single serious weekend of decluttering. TaskRabbit at TaskRabbit.com connects people who need help with moving, assembly, cleaning, or handyman tasks with people willing to do that work for fair pay.
Step 9. Get free professional help if you need it. If your debt feels completely unmanageable, you do not have to figure it out alone. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling at nfcc.org provides nonprofit credit counseling. Their phone number is 1-800-388-2227. A certified credit counselor will review your full financial picture at no cost and help you develop a realistic repayment plan. If your debt is severe, they may recommend a debt management plan, which can consolidate payments and negotiate reduced interest rates on your behalf, typically for a small monthly administrative fee. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau at consumerfinance.gov also has free tools, educational resources, and a complaint portal if you have been treated unfairly by a credit card company. And annualcreditreport.com allows you to pull your credit report from all 3 major bureaus completely free. Review it carefully for errors, because mistakes on credit reports are more common than most people realize, and disputing them can improve your score.
Step 10. Protect your progress going forward. As you pay down your balances, resist the temptation to immediately refill your available credit with new spending. Remove saved card details from online shopping sites to reduce impulse purchases. Leave your lowest rate card active but unused for emergencies and credit score maintenance. Closing cards entirely can sometimes hurt your score by reducing your available credit. Set up automatic minimum payments on every card to protect against missed payment penalties while you manually direct your extra payments strategically. And review your budget and debt payoff tracker once per month, not to judge yourself but to stay connected to your progress and adjust your plan as your life changes. Progress is not always linear. There will be months where an unexpected expense slows things down. That is normal and it is manageable. What matters is that you return to the plan the following month without guilt and without giving up.
And before we close out, I want to say something directly to anyone listening who is carrying real shame about their credit card debt. That shame is understandable, but it is not warranted. You are not in debt because you are irresponsible or lazy or bad with money. Most people in credit card debt got there through a combination of stagnant wages, rising costs, unexpected life events, and a financial system that was specifically designed to encourage borrowing and discourage aggressive payoff. Understanding the system is not making excuses, it is gaining power, and every single strategy we talked about today takes that power back. The list, the budget, the payoff method, the negotiation call, the side income, the free resources, every one of those is a step toward a life where your money belongs to you instead of to interest payments.
The path forward is clear. It will not always be easy. Some months will feel harder than others, but the finish line is real. It is reachable, and there is nothing quite like the feeling of making your final credit card payment and knowing that from this point forward, the money you earn belongs entirely to you and your future. Take the first step today. Open your accounts, write down your balances, and make the list. That single act of clarity is often all it takes to shift from feeling overwhelmed to feeling ready. We believe in every single person listening to this. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Jalal.
And I'm Billy. Thank you, Jalal, for an insightful discussion on debt relief options today. Your expertise has truly enriched our understanding of this important topic. And to our dedicated listeners of the Wealth Beyond Debt show, we appreciate you joining us. If you found value in today's episode, please consider liking and sharing it. Together, we can empower more individuals to pursue a debt-free life. We also want to hear from you, so feel free to leave a comment with any topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes. Until next time, stay informed and keep striving for financial freedom, and we'll catch you again on the Wealth Beyond Debt Show.